Buck Owens keeps watch on the brick streets of Clarendon. He's James Owens' dog. The bootmaker has worked here his entire life for the most part. He's one of many craftsmen in town, preserving his handmade skill as precisely as a well-made pair of boots.
I personally think a craftsman's not born, he's made. I won't do any reptiles or anything like that. This is an ostrich boot. That's about as extravagant as I'll get, mainly because I hate reptiles. I don't want them in here live or dead.
Just a few feet away, another boot-making shop is opening.
It's called Brownlee Custom Boots, and I came with this business, and I'm working on putting a hair salon in here too, Big Texas Hair and Highlights.
Elaine Brownlee has a different boot-making style.
We've inlaid the bucking horse on the front, and a stitching pattern that I drew up free-handed myself. Whatever somebody orders, I'm going to try it. So
I like to put this back like it's supposed to be.
Saddle maker Jeff Anderberg has loyal and long-time customers.
My dad had a good friend that ran a saddle shop, and that was kind of always the last stop leaving town. And he'd go by and see him, and I was always intrigued at what he was doing and making. And I went through a saddle school they used to have in Amarillo at TSTI in 1977.
Anderberg found Clarendon to be the perfect place to open a business.
And you have the Western heritage and history that's here, and so I think it's neat that you have several businesses that still do some stuff like this, because it is, you know, you don't find this stuff on every street corner.
But in Clarendon, it's getting to be that way.
We definitely have a cowboy culture that is alive and well in Clarendon. The culture has evolved, obviously, but we still have ranches and working cowboys here, as well as a lot of the ones that do the competitive events. It's one of the oldest towns in the Panhandle, so you have a lot of character that maybe you don't have in some of the lot of younger towns.
Just a few street corners away, the city's premier silversmith has set up shop next to the old Texas saddlery.
Make a lot of the tack hardware, spurs, bits, buckles for the cowboys, and I do a lot of custom work for the Texas Rangers and other law enforcement agencies. I've been doing that for about 10 years full time.
Kevin Johnson does silver and metal work in a shop filled with antiques and memorabilia. He's a precise engraver.
I enjoy working with my hands. These guys like Jeff and Jim Owens down there, you know, it's tough on you. Their hands and everything that they utilize and setting their stamping leather. And the biggest thing I think about Clarendon, excluding myself, well, I think we really have some world-class makers.
Larry Lemmons, Pronews 7.